Maya Angelou said, "I've learned that people will forget what you've said. They will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel." Hi lovers, today we're going to do a reading on how do you make people feel. A lot of this might be how you are, and so how you leave people is how you are, and how you inspire others, and the feeling that you give them based on who you are. Other parts of this is how you just leave them based on what you do or say or something like that. So it is a reflection of who you are and what you do and how you leave people. So yeah, we're just going to get right into it. Today there are 4 piles and you're going to pick an animal, pick a card. So the first pile is this octopus. The second pile is this tiger. The third pile is this black egg. And the fourth pile is the vulture. So pick your pile: octopus, tiger, black egg, or vulture. I will put the timestamps below and we're going to get started. So, octopus pile. I wrote intuitive messages first and then we're going to get into the cards. What I wrote for you, octopus, is that you make people feel creative. You make people feel childlike. You have a childlike essence that's imaginative, so they end up feeling childlike and imaginative. You make them feel fun and unique. You make people feel listened to and engaged in your conversation, and that what they say is engaging. You make people feel stimulated and intelligent. You make people feel sparked and, of course, yeah, playful and interesting. You make people feel ignited, creatively. Oh my gosh. You make people feel ignited creatively. You might make people feel all over the place with all your ideas, and then they get a bunch of ideas, and so then they might feel all over the place, but it's a fun, playful, brainstormy all over the place, so it's good. You make people get in touch with their emotions. You make people feel maybe kind of emotional, but just to bring up and use those emotions maybe for their art or, yeah, creative passions or something, that they can dive in deep to use them to create and play. You make people feel like, and you make people feel like emotions are okay to talk about. You make people feel helped. You must be very helpful, and you inspire other people to want to help others, especially in projects, creative projects. You make people feel worthy. You make people feel seen and heard. You make people feel like good opportunities are coming. And last but not least that I wrote, you make people feel sexy. You make people feel sexual. So you make people feel attractive and, yeah, just fun. And yeah, just being listened to and engaging. It's such a good quality to have people, like, you're attentive. You're attentive with all these tentacles. You're a tentacle. Okay, no. All right, so now we are going to get into your cards. How does the octopus pile make people feel? Ooh. You make people feel passionate, yes. And that they are evolving and blending. And I mean, look at these 2 cards. We have this passionate, the Queen of Wands, which is the most passionate queen and the most creative and fiery and I mean, she's hot. She's sexy. You make people feel sexy. She is in tune with her passion, her sexuality, her creative power, her fire, right? It's all fire. And so you give a warmth and you give that fun, passionate energy. It just emanates from you. And so you that's how other people feel. They're inspired to be like that too. Then we have this evolution card that is blending fire and water and air and all of them together. It's using all of the elements to create this new person. This person is half pink, half blue. It's got all the cups, all the elements. So again, it's this all over the place. You know, you got tentacles and water and all these elements all over the place, but you're creating something, you're evolving, you're thinking of ideas, you're thinking of evolution and expansion and the possibilities, all these possibilities and the things that you can create and be about and collaborate with. So really, really awesome, beautiful energy. You're dope. And you make people feel inspired. How does this octopus group make people feel? Okay, so you have simplify your life, get rid of clutter. So maybe, and this kind of to me is part of the like, you make people feel kind of all over the place. Like maybe they after they are with you, they need to like simplify or whatever, because not that you're complicated, but again, you just have so many ideas and brainstorms. It's like, what do I do with all of these ideas? So you definitely have flow and energy. And I think once people know what to do with all the passion, you know, it's amazing, but it's definitely a little bit, it's like, I think of a fun house, like once you get out of the fun house, you know, it's like you might need to let your brain, like once you're dizzy a little bit, you might make people a little bit dizzy just from the ideas and the passion and goodness. It's all from good things. How do you make people feel? You help people set their ideas higher, for higher ideas and higher heights. And you make people feel that they are more than what, or you make people feel like they can be more. How do you make people feel? You make people feel serenity. I think that they feel all of these ideas, and so they get more of a peace because they feel your creativity and your love and your ideas, and that you can, I think, the simplify your life. I think that because you have a childlike nature about you, you help people feel like life is so much more simple than we make it. The complicated energy is the world, and we make it so serious and so just like, oh, we have to be so responsible, and we have to be you know, life is complicated with money and bills and all these things in the matrix, right? But you help people get out of the matrix and think of the fun possibilities of our spirit and our creativity. So you make people understand that life is so much more simple and fun if you choose it. If you want it to be like that, it can be. And so you give people this peace and serenity and this love and compassion that makes people feel inspired and serene. How does pile 1, this octopus group, make people feel? How does this octopus group make people feel? How do you make people feel? Okay. Ooh, and then we got the Queen of Pentacles. One more. How do you have this octopus group make people feel? Okay. So we got the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I just need to take a moment. You got 3 of the queens. Okay, you got passion, you got stability, and you've got cups and your queen royalness. Okay, and it again brings me to this card where it's like this blending of all, which you can barely see. It's this blending of all the energies and the fire and the water. There's a phoenix in the corner. There's a lion in the other corner. So you blend, you integrate all of these different energies. You make people feel like they can integrate themselves and that they can blend all of their passions and ideas together. You make people feel like emotions are okay, like passion's okay, and they're abundant. You make people feel that they've got the stability and the serenity to be their whole self, and that you help integrate people's soul and inner child together. You make people feel definitely kind of royal and loving. I mean, you got 3 queens. I mean, you definitely, and Tara is such a beautiful, the mother of Buddha. She's also a queen in my eyes. So you make people feel passionate, loved, and that they're also like stable and grounded, even though they've got all these ideas going around in their head. Okay. How do you make people feel? Ooh, you make people feel like they've got the authority in their life. And that's where that queen, right, is that she's a boss, she's a ruler. So you make people feel like the ruler of their lives, but with love and passion and abundance. So good. How does this octopus group, how do you make people feel? How do you make people feel? Ooh, this is the whale, the guardian of knowledge. So again, another kind of big mother energy. So I think that people feel like they can be a good mother to themselves too, after they're with you. Also, it's wise, and that they can tap in. They feel like they can tap in to bigger, deeper, creative knowledge once they're with you. They feel protected, and that their spirit is protected, and that their spirit knows more after being with you. Their spirit has more ideas and can go to farther depths. They just feel so much more creative and expansive after being with you, and that they know more. Okay, so yes, you make people feel sexy, you make people feel beautiful, you make people feel like they can reach higher heights, that they're more expansive, that they have more ideas, that they can brainstorm better, that they feel more compassionate and loved and stable, and that life is simple and fun, and it can be playful if you can combine your soul and your inner child and your spirit and all of the ideas, and stop rejecting things but just start collecting things. You make people feel intelligent and unique and creative. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Octopus group. Thank you so much for your awesome energy. So like colorful and abundant, and just full of opportunities. That's how you make people feel like they've got so much more opportunities and authority and love and creativity in their life. That's you. That's how you make people feel. Thank you so much. I'm going to move on. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, group 2. If you chose the tiger, this is your reading. First, I'm going to do my intuitive written messages, and then I'll pull some cards for you. The tiger. Let me just start off with maybe a little negative, because then the whole rest is going to be positive. You're such a boss, amazing energy. Some people just don't feel as interesting as you. So sometimes they feel a little mundane. Sometimes they feel a little boring compared to you, because you're a tiger. Like, you're amazing. You've got this ferocious, fiery energy. So some people just might not feel like they amount up to you. Other people who are inspired by you, and maybe not like jealous, but they take on your energy, how you make them feel is big. and strong and wise and grounded and fired up and intuitive. Maybe you help other people get in touch with their intensity and their passion and their creative, sexy power. You do help people feel seen and heard, but you make people feel elevated and graduated and I want to say almost professional. You make people feel full and focused. Some people, they might take energy, but you definitely make people feel like you give people fire. You give people a good dose of energy just by being you. You don't have to give a lot. It's just that you're so fierce and amazing that, that they're inspired by that. You make people feel like they're part of something big, that they are part of something with gravity, and that is something that has like a good weight to it. You make people feel solid and stable. You also make people feel like they might need to pause. I think that you are not somebody that just is super impulsive. You think of the tiger and how this is, and it's like stalking its prey. So I think that you make people feel like they maybe need to wait and think and be more intentional. You make people feel like they need to go within and find their beast before they move and really know what they want and are focused and go after their goals, but not to just be all over the place, but to really hone in on what they want. So you help people feel like they need to be more patient and intentional, because you are patient and intentional. You make people feel like they are being watched sometimes, carefully, but not in a creepy way, just like in a way like they're seen, and that they have almost like a mentor or a somebody that's helping them move. Like if you're in their circle, then you pay attention to your friends because you love them. You pay attention to your coworkers or your relationships and stuff because you want them to thrive and be their best self. So you're watching what they do and you're studying, you're observant, which helps other people be more studious and observant, and just, more attentive, and that they should, again, be focused and determined and be sure before they act. So that's what I wrote. Now we will draw some cards. How does this tiger group, how do you make people feel? Okay, the last pile got a bunch of queens, and now you got two kings. So, anyway. You got the King of Discs and the King of Cups. So you are in tune with your royal energy and your boss energy, your good authority in your own life. And I think that you inspire other people to be the authority in their life and to be a boss. And you have a boss energy of handling your emotions and handling your finances and your material world around you. So you help other people want to boss up in their emotional intelligence and their financial stability. You make people feel determined, and you make people feel like you'll respond really well to them and that they should respond to other people more wise and better. You help people be the commander. You make people feel like they can command their own life more, and that you give them intelligence and information to be more reliable and responsible. Okay. How does pile 2, the tiger group, make people feel? Ooh. Okay, you help make people feel like they should explore their options And then you make people feel like they can alchemize their life, that they can transform their life, that they can turn the things in their life that are maybe not so good into golden opportunities. You make people feel like there are more possibilities than they realize in their life. And you also help people feel like they should make changes, that you lovingly help people understand the changes that they should make in their life and where they should transform. You help people feel like they can transform and that they can explore their options, that they have more options. You make people feel like there's more opportunities than maybe they're seeing, and that there's more ways for them to, there's more value around them, and that they have more value. You make people feel valued. Okay. How does this tiger group number 2, make people feel? Oh, you make people feel connected to nature. You make people feel connected to their own nature. And that again, with their value, that their value comes from their connection to their own nature. That their connection to Mother Nature and being this creature that they are is where they get power. Hopefully y'all are not hearing my stomach growl a million times. I think you are, but I apologize. I do better when I eat, or I don't. I do better when I work a little bit hungry. You also help people feel connected to the cosmos and their spirituality and their intuition and the planet, and you make people feel rooted and more earthy. All right. How does this tiger group number 2, make people feel? Oh my goodness. I told you the last group got 3 different queens, and now you got the 3 different kings. You got, or maybe you got the same actually king again. You got 3 kings, but 2 different decks are the King of Pentacles, which is such the tiger energy. Like this boss king with a head of hair and this orange energy. I'm just like, yes, yes, yes. You're a boss. You make other people tap into their boss energy of stability. Again, financial stability. You help people realize the abundance that they have around them and how they can manage better, how they can, like, you might help people like get a better credit score or like open a new line of credit, or teach people how to invest or do stocks or do cryptocurrency. You help people get in tune. If it's not that kind of like more 3D stuff, you help people get in tune with their value, with their strengths, with their the things that could bring them business and stability and legacy. You have a warmth about you, so you make people feel warm while also like bossing up and being stable and responsible. Like you're loving as you teach them how to become more and how to be the king over their lives. You help people feel like the king again, and that the authority and the ruler, and put people back on. You help people put themselves back on the throne of their lives. And then you got the artist. So you make people feel like an artist. Maybe you are an artist. You make people feel artistic and creative. You help people feel inspired and that they can create and find beauty around them, and that they can record it and make something out of it. So, such good energy. Okay, how does this tiger group, how do you make people feel? Okay, you make people feel knowledgeable. You make people feel like they've got the information, that they're smart, that they are competent, that they have what it takes to, again, be the king over their lives. And I don't mean that male or female, to be a king. I can have king energy. Anybody can have king energy. It's just what you think of when you think of a king, and that authority and that strength, and a good king, a good, stable, reliable king. And what I love is that you've got the King of Pentacles, but you also have the King of Cups, which is in tune with his emotions. And so I love a king. I love king energy that also can handle emotions and have that emotional intelligence. My kitty is acting up, so if you hear random noises, it's my kitty. Okay, one more card on what does this group, I want to just say king group, the tiger king group. Oh my goodness. Ooh, okay, no, we don't want to go there. But I also kind of do want to call you a tiger king, so what does the tiger king group make people feel? What does the tiger king group make people feel? Okay. The tortoise will connect you to the love of Mother Earth. Did I not say that? Did we not get Gaia? I love the universe. Okay, you make people feel connected to Mother Earth, to their spirituality, to their rooted spirituality, to their divine, like, primal essence. Baby girl. Oh my goodness, my kitty. And the kite will give you the gift of widening. You help people feel expansive. You help people see wider, grander visions. You help people see a bigger horizon for their potential in their lives. You help people feel like a boss, and that they've got so much more to go, and that they widen their energy and their intelligence. You help people widen their ideas, and I said graduated. You help people feel more like elevated, and like that they've graduated to a new level so that they can take on more and be more, to explore your options, to widen, to alchemize. You help people feel knowledgeable. So thank you so much for your awesome boss energy that's helping people. You really are helping people with your information and your knowledge. So thank you. And thank you for letting me read for you. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm going to move on to pile number 3, the black egg. If you chose the black egg, this is your reading. I'm going to get into the written intuitive messages, and then I will read your cards. We'll pull some cards. Okay, you help people feel mysterious and connected to the divine and their dark side. And you help people feel like their shadow self is, that you can heal your shadow self and create something from it. You help people feel potential. You help people feel like they can control the chaos around them. Not control chaos actually, but just like that you can like mold the chaos. Or, okay, I just don't want you to think that's like a controlling thing, but that you've got chaos under control while also using its power. So not wanting to control it in like a negative way, but just like chaos is such a massive power in the universe that they can use for their benefit. You help people feel distinctive and interesting and connected. You help people feel connected. You help people feel passionate. You help people feel pretty. You help people feel loved. You help people feel, you make people feel held and comforted and nurtured. You make people feel warm and felt. You make people feel taken care of and you make people feel that they aren't judged when they're around you. You make people feel like they are spiritually growing, that being around you helps them get spiritual growth, and that rapid change is coming. You help people feel like transformation and big changes are on the way. And that it might be a little intimidating because of these changes and stuff. You help people feel like light is coming, even though that they might be in darkness, that the light is coming. Actually, it's more like you help bring their darkness and shadow to the light, and that the dark parts of their life that they are struggling with are going away, and that good things are on their way. Okay, so that's what I wrote, and now we will pull you some cards. How does pile number 3, this black egg, make people feel? Okay, so you help people get out of sorrow and get out of their anguish, get out of their pain. You help people feel like they can heal and that the pain will be over soon. Oh, that's so sweet. You help people feel like you like help mend wounds and help nurture. You also help people feel this connectedness and this structure in their life. You are so structured and you help people get their life structured. So it's more that, yes, that they have this chaos and darkness, but you help people out of that. And like maybe you're kind of like a shadow worker, but you're giving them a new structure for their life to view themselves, to be in, to act within. You are giving people this new web of understanding that they can base their life on. To like, you help people phoenix. You help people that are burning or in the ashes create the, my kitty, I'm sorry, is being very distracting. You help people find a new way to be balanced, to be structured, to be the boss over their life, to rule their life, to you help people get a new structure, a new way of thinking, a new foundation in their life. How do you make people feel? How does this black egg group make people feel? Oh, yes. You help people learn to rest when they need to rest so that they can phoenix, so that they can turn into something new. You help people realize when they've been working hard, and again, you help them get a new structure in their life. But before you can have this new cycle, before you can be birthed into something new, you need to rest and hibernate and nurture yourself. There's like an egg that this little baby is resting in. And it's like, so as people become anew, I think that you come into people's lives like after a transformation, after a really hard, maybe the darkness or whatever, or maybe you come into their lives so they can transform. But I think that people are, they've transformed, but they don't realize it almost. And so you help them understand that the darkness, the past is over and the light is coming, but now you need to rest and kind of go within. You help people feel divine magic. You help people feel the mystery and the magic of life, and the mystery and the magic within them that they didn't even know they had to be able to create the new person that they want to be. How do you make people feel? Yes, 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 yes. Yes. It's just right on the same energy. So people, it's like death in this dark scenery or whatever. But that's you, that you help people out of darkness, and you help people into the light, and you help people transform. You help people see what's dead and gone, and then you help people see the potential. You help people realize that light is coming, a new dawn is coming, and that they should follow their intuition, and that they should rest up. Like, this guy is sitting, but he's also looking towards the light, and then he's gone through this whole journey, but he is looking to a new path, looking towards the life, but he needs, both of these people are sitting, and they need to sit down and rest for a second. But the goodness is coming, and new is coming, and that the light is coming, and that they can butterfly, they can hatch. So you are a good person. You're just this amazing person that comes in to help people through the transitional period, to help get them to the other side. Yeah. Because you have that strength and stability and structure within you to help people. It's really awesome energy. Okay, how do you make people feel? Oh, you help people feel celebrated. And you help people release their guilt and shame. You help people feel like they're okay, and you help them release the guilt of their past. And yeah, and you help them feel celebrated for what they've done, what they've been through, how they've transformed, and you help them recognize what they have to celebrate in the future. One more card for how do you make people feel? So awesome. You're such a cool person. And like the fact that you're helping people through these transitions and getting them out of darkness, it's just like, you're cool. You're cool. How do you make people feel? Oh, you help bring peace to people. You remind people of their true being. And this is a B, so it should be being. Okay. You help remind people of their, sorry. You help remind people of who they truly are. I mean, like, oh, you're such a cool person. And I'm just thankful to know that you're out there and that you're helping people. And that when people are in those dark places, that you can help them get out of the cocoon, get out of their egg or whatever, and be this new being, and that's way more true to themselves, and that old self is dead, and that that was kind of a false, or that was just the past. But now that's not who they are, and that they are something beautiful and grand, and that they can be a boss over their life again. And that good light and love and magic is on the way. You have this mysterious and magic about you, and I think that's really why you liked helping people in that transformative, almost like a purgatory. Like, you help people get out of purgatory and realize that they can step into heaven. You're amazing. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Thank you for letting me read for you and listening. I had an amazing time. I just love it. So like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you on the next one. Thank you. And I'm going to move on. Like, you help people move on. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, if you chose the Vulture, last but not least, the pile 4, this is your reading. I love the color in the Vulture. I don't know if you can see, it's just this like outline, but this is my favorite color, this like purple raspberry plum color. Anyway, I'm gonna do your written intuitive messages, and then I will pull you some cards. Okay, you help people recognize, you help people feel that there's no need for shame, and that whatever they're shameful about, they don't need to feel like that, because that's who they are as a creature. You know, the vulture, okay, if my cat starts making weird noises, if I get distracted, my apologies. You know, the vulture is such an important creature in the jungle, in the savannas or whatever, because it does eat the rotting flesh or whatever. Not that that's a reflection like of you, but that you are somebody that is so important, and that people feel like no matter their darkness or how they're misunderstood, that they're important, and that what they're doing is important, and who they are is important, even if it seems ugly and dark or whatever, that that's who they are, and that they can embrace it, and that it's important for us to have that energy, and for them to be their unique true self in this world. That we need that energy, no matter if it's weird or strange or people don't understand it. You help people feel dignified, even, like I was saying, even if they feel shameful or ugly or whatever, you help bring that dignity back to them. You help people feel resourceful. You help people feel wise. People feel like they're talking to an old soul with you, and I think they get more in touch with their soul and their more ancient existence after talking to you and being around you. You help people feel like they can be more dominant in their life. You help people see past the bullshit. You help people feel more intuitive, that their intuition is growing. You help people feel like nothing is useless. Like if they feel useless or something, whatever, that you can pick the parts of value, like a vulture is picking the flesh that other people deemed as useless or whatever. They feel like they can still find pieces of value within what they did, and that they don't have to throw everything away, and that to shame themselves, or just because it's a failure, that there isn't some parts that they can get. You help people feel like out of their failures, that there's pieces of that that they learned, and that they can grow from, or that they can still use for to be more successful. You help people take the parts that still have value, and that still you know, like, just because it didn't work out doesn't mean that you didn't learn, and that you have skills now and experience that you didn't have before. So you help people see that the light and the darkness, that you help people see that what they've been through, you know, isn't for nothing. And just because it didn't work out, or it's failure, that it's something that can still help move them forward, and that they can use in the future. You help people feel like they're growing, and that their darkness is okay, and their shame, their failure, whatever, that it's okay, and that they can keep going, and that there's still success in learning and just keeping going. You help people feel like there is always enough, and that they are always enough. You help people feel like that they should look out for themselves more, that they should have more self-care, and that they should do what feels good, not what people tell them they should do, and that they should go down their own path, and that they should find what they actually want, and not be trying to look like, you know, as much as people want to look like an eagle, if they're a vulture or whatever, then be a vulture. Like, that's still a badass bird. Actually, I have a vulture feather right here. Just saying. That I almost just burned in my fire. And maybe that's a thing, if you help people phoenix or whatever. You also help people, I think, with boundaries. I think you help people know that saying no is okay. And yeah, the darkness is okay, saying no is okay, the putting boundaries, putting your foot down, changing your mind is okay, changing what you want to do and who you want to be is okay. So you're a comforting energy, and you're skilled at being resourceful and being like, don't be ashamed of that. Like, you can use it. You can be your true self. Okay, let's get into the cards before I be even more redundant and repetitive. Okay. How do you make people feel, Vulture group? Okay. You help people get over their sorrow and find the light, which is kind of similar to the last group, which makes sense to me because it's like this black egg, and then the vulture had very similar colors, black, white, and this kind of purple color, and a lot of darkness, but then looking towards the light or having a light around it. But you help people find closure, and you help people find closure and then illumination after that. You help people feel or get over death and then rise. You help people, that have a lot of swords in them, that you help recognize what they can take from those experiences, of the bad experiences, and then you help people see the light. Amazing. Amazing. How do you make people feel? How does this vulture group make people feel? Aw, you help people feel like they can make a decision. Make a decision, literally what it says. How do you make people feel? Like they can make decisions of their life again, and that they can choose a different direction again. Like they can choose if they want to be something different. You help them feel like it's okay to make changes. You also make people feel like their heart is healing, and that they can heal their heart. You help people heal their heart. You are a powerful healer, so you ignite them within them too, because I think when you heal others, it also helps them realize their healing powers, which is incredible. So yeah, you're really healing, and you help people see the light and the brightness and the strength within them. How does this vulture group, how do you make people feel? Okay. Oh, yes, yes. You help people renew their health. You help people get in tune with their health, with their spiritual health, with their body health. I think you also, I think I mentioned this in the last group again, I think the energy is kind of similar, but you help them with wounds. You help them find the closure, you help them heal wounds. Again, you're a healer. I think that you help people with their healing their heart, healing a broken heart, and finding a new health within them. I think you help people get a new perspective as well on their health and their lives and all that good stuff. Okay, how do you make people feel? Oh my goodness, you got the sun twice. I love it. Okay, yes, you make people feel like the darkness is okay, and I might be talking about darkness a lot. That's just because you bring so much light to it. That's why you are focused on helping people that are wounded or whatever that's got the darkness, is because you can illuminate so much of their light back to them. You help people feel warm and loved and illuminated and bright and full of life again. You help people grow and prosper and feel abundant again. You help people feel more energy and life force when they feel like death. One more card. How do you make people feel? Okay, you help people take, like if a disaster or chaos or a storm or death or tragedy, failure, anything that's happened, you help people take help people see what they can take from those experiences, the resources, the people, the experience, the skills, whatever. Like, people think, oh, that was useless because it didn't work out. And you're like, no, you wouldn't have got to this place without them. You wouldn't have met that person. You wouldn't have gotten this or seen that or whatever. Like, you help people realize what they have gained through that experience that they deem a failure. Something that might feel barren or whatever, you're like, no, look at that value, look at that value, look at that thing that you can take. Like, a vulture sees a dead carcass and sees food in the little pieces. It can pick it apart, even though other people have taken, just the value, or other people think that there isn't any value in it. You can still find the value. You can still find the food, the resources, the things in something deemed dead. How do you make people feel? How do you make people feel? How do you make people feel? Okay, so you help people feel like their change is something that they should be proud of, and that that they are connected, and that they have something new that they can announce and present to the world. You also make people, the darkness that I'm talking about, that you make people feel like it's okay, is vulnerability, is sadness, is crying sometimes. You heal people, this is you, and this is you, and this is the people crying. You help people feel like it's okay to be vulnerable. People feel like you're a safe person that they can share their vulnerability with, which is amazing. Okay, one last card of how you make people feel. How does the Vulture group make people feel? You help people get their meaning of life back to them. You help people feel emotionally mature and to finalize emotional processes. Okay, which again is part of that closure. You help. This says you will help. You help people mature emotionally and to finalize emotional processes, and that you help display the meaning of life to people. So you help people get over their emotional hardship and give back people their meaning of life, which is incredible. So thank you so much. That was your reading. I had such a fun time in your energy, and the world is so thankful for you. Like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you.